Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Women's Intuition. You already know who it is. It's your girl Taylor.
And it's your favorite bitch. That was fucked up.
I mean, you are a bitch, so I mean.
It's Lex, guys. Hey.
It's your favorite podcasters.
Yeah,
and we
girl.
back.
Okay, let's toast.
Yes.
I picked up this bottle specifically because I've heard the reviews and they say this little sangria, y'all know the fuck.
This bitch trying to kill me, y'all. Look, had her
y'all
already.
Know the one. I'm trying to get you fucked up, so we're gonna have a good episode.
Cheers. I'm ghetto.
Oh, man.
I'm ghetto.
No,
why
I'm slacking.
Why?
That's what you're supposed to do.
So what's new? Tell the people what they want to hear.
What's new with me? I want to hear what's new with you. I see the hair is back.
Oh yeah,
gone back.
I realized why I cut my hair when I had my braids in.
Why?
It's too hot. It's too high. It's too much. It's too much to deal with. Like, I don't even think I had them shits in for a week. Bitch.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I went back. I was like, no, fuck no. Take these shits out.
Yeah. Okay.
My life is so much easier. I just wake up and go now. So.
Yeah, and you know, bitches, when they cut their hair off, their ass gets even fatter.
Vicky was like, bitch, you the bitch who should have cut your hair. Only bitches with fat asses supposed to have short hair.
Exactly.
And I was like,
I'm gonna walk around looking like a potato, bitch, but you...
Not a potato. Maybe like a boiled egg. You remember? Wait. You remember on Twitter? In college?
Yes, bitch.
Okay, I'm sorry. But, okay, my catch up, we just started season. So I had my first game yesterday, y'all.
Did y'all win?
We won one and lost one.
Okay.
But
did y'all fight? Y'all know y'all be out there fighting.
Oh, bro, we played the team who we was about to fight. And we whooped their ass.
They got mad. They tried to square up.
They did try to square up. It's so funny. Like, my coach was like, he was like, y'all, we ain't taking it light on them. I was like, period. But it was a good game. I miss kickball. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like it's been a minute.
Okay,
yeah. Y'all hoes done got me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I done been able to hang out with y'all. This is like the longest I've been able to just...
You see, I'm not hating. I'm like, did you win? Like, you right.
Yeah. All my friends been like, oh, it's kickball season now. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so that's that. And then, yeah.
That's all you got?
That's all I got.
Okay,
what you got?
Well, you know, just chilling with you, doing the show. I've been getting great feedback on the show.
Yes, we've been getting so much feedback.
People said we seemed more comfortable last time, which is crazy because I felt comfortable last time. And now I'm feeling nervous again today. Like, it's hot. That's why I'm like, I can't wait for this to start kicking in because my nerves.
Liquor?
Yeah. Okay. A little kick in a little bit more.
Okay.
But things have been good. Let's see. No updates on the love life for real. Well, you know, I kind of updated you, but if y'all know about NJ Bay, I used to be smitten over him, and then all that bullshit. Turns out this nigga was still fucking his ex, and I found out because she pregnant, and so now he done finally apologized, and he's trying to come back into my life. And if we can go ahead and slide into intuition, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you mine. Okay. My intuition is telling me, don't fall for it. Like, he's being adamant about it. And I'm like, I'm not falling for it because I do not talk to men with babies on the way. Not even babies under a certain age. I'm not doing it. So how do you feel about that?
So, I mean, in my everyday life, I wouldn't fuck with a nigga who had a baby on the way. But I forgot what made us lead into this discussion off camera.
I was telling you about this.
Yeah, but I don't remember what made me say, like, a specific situation. I could do it if it was maybe like... Say if it was like a friend that I've known before and I know the situation, that maybe it was like a one night stand type of thing, and I know that the girl and him, Lex, you got friends like that you know, your ex was like that. Him and his baby mama was not together. Like, his
twins were also 4 already.
But
I don't know if I would have believed him. I believe it now after the fact, and because he went and fought for custody. She didn't even tell him she had kids. She tried to pass them off as her fiancés. He saw her on Facebook, saw the kids that looked just like him, and he was like, bro, I want to be in my kid's life. I mean, that's a special situation.
Right, that's what I'm saying. And I feel like I be giving niggas the benefit of the doubt. Like, unless I haven't seen no evidence of you, like, wanting to fuck with your baby mama. Like, I mean, niggas with kids on the way need love, too. So bitches,
get it from your BM.
But what if he don't want to? What if it was just like a one night thing?
You know what niggas tell me when I be complaining about niggas that I was fucking on? They be like, you should have picked better.
I mean, he is a good nigga, but his baby mama's not a bad person. He just don't want to be with her.
Just like I need to be careful about who I open my legs to, niggas need to be careful about who they impregnating.
But what's wrong with impregnating somebody that's a good person, but y'all just don't work out? Like, y'all just don't make a good couple.
Yeah, I'm not going for it. I'm not.
I mean, I feel it, but I don't have nothing against nobody with a baby on the way. If I know you and I know the situation, like,
and even him, he had already lied about it. He was
but
like,
see, that's why you don't trust
so
it, though.
but I think that's just a good boundary for me to have. I'm not fucking with the whole baby mama thing. You know, like, it's got to be removed. Like, under 2 years old, there's too much, I don't know, the feelings are too new. Y'all over there bonding over baby's first steps. Baby done tried pears for the first time. Oh my God, look at what we made. Now y'all fucking.
I dated a nigga who had a 2-year-old. And it was...
I have before too, and you know what? It went bad. You just have way better luck than me, but my situations have been bad. I'm beefing with the baby mama. It turns out, now that me and the nigga done broke up, I'm like, damn, he was a bad dad. Like, I feel her. Like,
but bitch,
right.
I feel like it was red flags from the beginning.
Well.
And that's the difference, because I peep the red flags as soon as I see them.
The red flag is the baby on the way.
That's
for
not
me.
A red flag. I mean, it could be a red flag. Okay, it could be a red flag.
I done seen you call way less a red flag.
But a baby is something that's like, that's not a non-negotiable for me. I could deal with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what's your intuition telling you then?
My intuition, I don't know if I really got no intuitions this week. What
told you
say?
to kick that field goal.
You know
run
what?
that home run.
Yeah, my intuition told me to go to my game. Remember, I canceled and I wasn't supposed to go.
Oh yeah,
I had a good ass game yesterday.
Okay,
I didn't get a home run, but I like kicked it where I got runs.
Okay,
so
yeah, that's what's up. I'll be having runs. No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
Why would I say that?
I don't know, bitch.
Cut that out. Cut it out.
No, keep it.
All right. Anyways, so before we get into these topics, I kind of want to reintroduce a segment that is near and dear to my heart, and that would be. Well, yeah, you know,
be forgetting about it.
I was talking about like cutting it, and you was like, "Let's keep it," but because I be second guessing myself, I'm like, "Is it silly? Is it not?" But you hyped me up. So if you guys are not familiar, Lesser Known News is a segment where basically I just live out my reporter dreams and I report on something that people aren't talking about because most people do get their news from blogs and stuff, and these are things that we should know. Okay, so. Let me get into it.
Okay.
All right. So I'm on Twitter the other day and I fall into this rabbit hole as I typically do. And I come across this video and it's like, it's a chess match basically. But people are laughing at it because it's like this little boy, he can't be more than like 9 years old. And it's this older guy. And the older guy is like sitting there, I guess for a while, trying to figure out what move to make. The kid ends up getting up. And while the guy's waiting, and he gets up and starts going and looking at other matches. And everybody's like, oh my God, that's so disrespectful. Kids are so disrespectful. This little boy ended up winning, okay? And he ends up becoming, and the guy he was going against was the current grandmaster. It sounds real KKK-ish, right? But like he was the current grandmaster in chess. And apparently that's like this really big like honor. So I start looking into it. I'm like, where is this kid now? Like, what do you even do if you're a chess genius? You work at Blockbuster or some shit, you know? Man, this kid, Magnus Carlsen, he's from Norway. First off, I looked up his net worth, $10 million. Okay, turns out he became the youngest grandmaster. He handles like, sorry. He has all of these titles and like he's just this big giant like chess wizard or whatever. So this is where it gets juicy and this is the news part. I'm looking him up and I'm seeing all these news articles. And at first I wasn't paying attention. I'm like, okay, when's another round? But no, let me tell you, the actual like article that caught my eye that made me jump into this. Chess grandmaster Hans Niemann is cleared of using vibrating anal beads to cheat when he beat rival and world number 1 Magnus Carlsen in prestigious match last year. So I said, what the fuck is going on in the chess community? This is some tea. So I did what I'm doing everybody a favor. I looked into it, okay? So apparently...
Not I did everybody a favor.
Yes. So apparently, Magnus Carlsen ends up going against the U.S. Grandmaster, which is Hans Niemann. And Hans probably is probably how you say it. Hans. Basically, he ends up being like the new youngest. So them going against each other already, there's like these egos involved. You know, Magnus is probably like, this young ass nigga, like trying to come take my title. I'm going to show him. Hans ends up beating Magnus, right? And everyone's like, oh my God, he beat him. So Magnus did what anybody would do. This nigga cheated, right? So he ends up tweeting some shit, like some cryptic shit, basically saying that he probably had some vibrating anal beads that wirelessly connected to people that were watching them play and sending him strategies through the anal beads. I don't know how that works. What, 3 vibrates move the king?
Mm-hmm.
I don't fucking know, bitch. But in my head, I'm like, this is ridiculous. No one's going to believe it. Well, Hans is suing because apparently his reputation is ruined. People actually, he was like, y'all can do an investigation. I'll play the next match naked and beat him again. So they do the investigation and they're like, well, we can't prove that he did do that, you know? And that's not enough for Hans, though, because now when he's going to matches, apparently they all get checked, like scanned to make sure they don't have any listening devices. But instead of just going through a metal detector, he said that now when he goes through, they do extra security on him and they bring out like the wand and they run it over his ass and people be laughing. And I'm like, look, I feel him. I don't think Hans cheated. I think Magnus just grew up to be an even bigger douchebag than he originally was in the video that brought me into this whole mess. So that's my lesser known news. Mm-hmm. I know you're probably like, what am I going to do with that information? But
I mean, hey, every day you learn something new.
Exactly. Also, chess pays big money, apparently. Mm-hmm. So, you know, that's
if y'all thinking about playing chess, you should get into it.
So, you know, I don't know. I feel like ESPN, chess is a sport, apparently.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I feel like it be on ESPN, too. Mm-hmm. Like, they be having, like, little chess matches and stuff.
Stephanie A. Smith. That's me.
I might get into it. Bitch, shut up. Okay, time to get into these topics. You ready, bitch?
I am.
Okay, first topic of the day. Changing your appearance.
Speaking of it.
I know, right? Hint, hint. Yeah. Okay, changing your appearance. Like, just being in a relationship and changing your appearance. Okay. Do you feel like that is something that your partner should know? Like, for example, me shaving off all my hair or like dyeing your hair. And let me tell you the first thing, even when I was like getting my hair done by my stylist, she was like, did you tell like your nigga you was cutting your hair? And I'm like, why I gotta tell this nigga I'm cutting my hair? Like,
I think that's one of the first comments I made to you too. Like, I was like, it's cute. Yeah. But then I was like, what did so-and-so say? And you're like,
I'm not asking this nigga for permission to cut my hair. Like,
well, he's also not your nigga. So what if it was your boyfriend?
I still would not ask this man. So how do you feel about that? Like, do you feel like somebody should tell you if they're making like a drastic change? For example, you like niggas with beards. What if this nigga shaved his beard and y'all was like in a relationship? Like, how would you feel?
I would feel some type of way.
Okay, so you would want him to tell you like, hey, babe, I'm about to go cut my beard off.
Yes, I don't even know what my ex's whole face looked like. Mm-hmm. The beard was what kept me here. Okay, like. And then at one point he was talking about growing out his hair and like doing the thing where like
like the Atlanta nigga hairstyle,
like 42. You know they'll like do the twist. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know what that's called.
The Atlanta nigga
hairstyle. Yes. And I was just like, I told him no. Like, so I guess I would practice that same thing. I don't know, but you know I don't know. I be wanting to know like my niggas' opinions on stuff like that, but it's also kind of sad because you know I had my ex. The one who like only dated white girls before me. And I had to keep a weave of him. Like, I think he made a comment one time about like braids or whatever. And part of me was just like, I can't get braids while I'm with him. And it's really sad actually now that I'm thinking about it. Lots of red flags there, but
like, okay, so say you're about to like do a drastic change. Would you tell your partner? Do you feel like you owe that to them?
I would tell them, yeah.
Okay. Just because you feel like you owe it or just like out of...
I don't want their opinion. I should let you know. Like, yeah. I guess I like niggas, even with nails, like... I know niggas like one nigga I used to fuck with. Sorry, babe. One nigga I used to fuck with. I love rubbing niggas' backs to sleep. And I used to love keeping long nails for him because he loved that shit. You know, like just little stuff like that. Or I knew niggas that didn't like the almond nails. So, you know, and I don't care because I'll do almond, I'll do coffin, I'll just do a straight manicure. Like, I always kind of keep their, you know, preferences in the forefront of my mind.
Yeah, is this the relationship rest with me? Because, like...
No, I think I'm the one in the wrong here. You're probably...
because I'm like, I do not... No offense, though. I just don't give a fuck. Like, I'm so impulsive when it comes to, like, my looks. Like, I'm not a fashion person, but I like different things. Like, I will literally dye my hair one day. Remember, I dyed my hair, like 6 months ago? It was so impulsive. Like, I'll literally cut my hair one day. And I just feel like I don't need you in the back of my ear. Like, why the fuck you do that shit? Like, that's such a turnoff to me. Like, I need you to hype me up like, damn, babe, like, whatever you do, you look good as fuck. That's what I need.
Yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't go both ways for me because there's certain things that I would not want my nigga doing. And I would be like, I wouldn't want my nigga to go get a nose ring. I wouldn't want him to go. Like, it's just certain things like that. I'm just like, so I don't mind.
But I feel like that's the real definition of, like, loving somebody. You know, like, through whatever it is, like, whatever looks they going through, whatever situation it is that they going through. I remember my ex, this nigga just randomly went to go shave his head bald. And, like, he ain't tell me. But, like, I feel like that's some shit where it's just like, I mean, nigga, do whatever you do. I love you for who you are, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel like you don't really got to tell me if you making a drastic change. And I mean, I wouldn't tell you as if like I feel like I got to tell you, but like say maybe you next to me when I decide to make the impulsive decision, I might share the information with you, but I won't be like, do you think this looks good for me to get? Like, I can't see myself doing that.
You're more impulsive when it comes to your appearance. I feel like I'm impulsive when it comes to other things, but not my appearance. Like, I'm thinking it out. I'm sitting on it. I'm asking a bunch of people. I'm putting a poll on Instagram. Y'all think I should do a bob or get a bank? Like, I'm just going to talk about it, period. So I've never just gone and just been like, I'm going to cut all my hair. I'm going to bleach my hair. I'm just not like that. I don't know. So, yeah. Okay, so speaking of things that I don't like, that I'm not like, you know, we gonna pivot. I don't even need to open this. Okay, so you're a fan of mixed families, blended families is what they say. You're a fan of men with children and being a stepmom, all that stuff, right? Have you ever been in a situation where you kind of wasn't fucking with the kid's vibe? Like, never?
I mean, I done dealt with niggas who had badass kids, but like it wasn't given like, fuck no, I can't do this. It was just like,
okay,
they're just kids, you know?
As I'm getting older.
Have you?
No, but because, well, I mean, no. Now that I'm older, I kind of do shy away from guys with kids. But like, when I have dealt with men with children, like, the kids were really young, so it's hard to hate a toddler. It's hard to hate I don't want to say hate. It's hard to dislike a 4-year-old, a 5-year-old. But like, we're getting older, and niggas are having like 12-year-olds, 13. These.
It's not these bitches.
I'm not talking about anybody in particular, but these bitches have attitudes. They already know, like, my mama don't like you, so I don't like you. Like, and have you ever, like, what's the oldest a kid has been that you've had to interact with?
The oldest that the kid is that I've had to interact with.
Yeah, the child.
Maybe like 13. Maybe.
Was it a girl?
It was a guy. It was a boy.
See, that's different too. These little girls, man.
But I didn't deal with the girl. I've dealt with somebody who had a teenage girl, but I never like dealt with. But you know what? I didn't have to experience anything with her like one-on-one, but he did used to say like, my daughter said something slick. Like, she was asking who was in the passenger seat. Like, she was asking who I've been with, you know? So
already
like
getting territorial over her daddy, you know?
But that situation was different because remember, her mom was deceased. So it's like a little like different. But I feel like just naturally it's different with girls and dads.
Yeah.
Like, even my sister is grown as hell. And like, even her seeing my dad with his like, whatever girls he dates, she's still getting her feelings. So I think it's just a bond thing, you know?
That's probably why me and your sister be beefing, because she feel what me and your daddy got.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm sorry. Okay. Anyways, so would that be a deal breaker for you, though, if you were dealing with a guy and his kid was, like, really not accepting you and just had a bad vibe? Like,
it wouldn't be a deal breaker for me because, like I said, I've kind of been in the situation, like witnessing it with my sister. And I mean, I've never like felt the type of way about like my dad being with a woman, but like there's a feeling there that you're like, she ain't my mama, you know, but I'm grown. So I know how to handle my emotions. But I couldn't imagine me being a 12-year-old and my parents are recently divorced and he got a new bitch around me. That's hard. So, like, I don't think that would be a deal breaker for me. I think it would be a conversation that I would have to have with the father, which is the person I'm dating. Like, you know, hey, maybe you should kind of, like, talk to her about like maybe the smart comments she says, or maybe I don't know if she's comfortable about me being around right now. Like I feel like that could be a too soon situation.
You're right. I think that would be a conversation to have, but I think I would more so take on the role of like, well, when what weekend do you not have her? I'll come then,
and I think that's fair.
But also it's like, how serious can you get with somebody if you like only want to hang with them when their kid's not around?
I think it takes time, and I think how soon did him and the wife or baby mom break up?
I don't know if that works because we've all seen Parent Trap, okay?
That's true.
And now that I'm older, Meredith was the victim. Wasn't that her name, Meredith?
I don't think it was Meredith. That's the girl off Grey's Anatomy.
Oh.
But
I think her name was Mare. They kept calling her Mare Bear.
Okay, something like that.
It's Mare. Whatever. She was the victim. Those fucking twins. Lindsay played the fuck out of that role. But those twins, bruh. Imagine and she was trying. And it's not even like the parents had just broke up. The parents had broke up long ago. So she was just a young hot thing. She found a rich nigga that like just so happened to have kids, and she was like, I'm gonna try my hardest. They had us looking at her like she was the villain. Them girls, imagine you trying your best to make these girls like you. You go on a fucking camping trip and they put a fucking lizard on your head on your water bottle, and then the daddy laughing. He wasn't even disciplining them.
But see, that would, so you said what would like make me not fuck with them? It would be how the dad reacts.
Okay,
like if the dad is like, seems like he's involved, or like he's like in the background laughing.
They daddy was laughing.
That's the difference. But like if you see the dad is like trying to like keep you involved, and like you see the daughter's just like really in her emotions, especially like I said, if it's a recently newly broken up situation and like the daughter's back and forth, of course her mom probably talking crazy. It's just natural.
I've seen it.
It's just like the kids talking crazy like that would not deter me from talking to your dad. But it's how your dad reacts.
Yeah, girl. Them girls fucking in the middle of the night put that lady's blow-up mattress in the middle of the lake.
Yeah, that shit was funny.
To them, imagine if that was you.
Yeah, no, that shit was funny.
What the fuck? I would have had to slap one of them girls. They would have had to jump me.
So you couldn't, or you could deal with it? Because I know you be iffy.
Yeah,
I feel like you won't be able to handle that shit. Like,
I mean, honestly, if he was fine enough and was good enough, I don't work through some shit, man. I might work through a crack addiction. Like me, it'd be a little conditional up in this bitch. But it do depend on how he parents them. And we talked about this. I feel like this day and age, parents aren't parenting like they used to. At least like how I used to get parented. I mean, you got these. I know somebody who's dealing with some stuff. Oh shit. I know some people that's still in some
slip.
Right.
Keep it down. We want to see it.
Right.
Get more views.
Now she hitting on me on camera. All right. But I'm a little flustered. Anyways.
Are you flirting with me?
Are you flirting with me? Bitch, like, don't do that. Look. My bad, y'all. Cut this.
This is why I told you don't bring this shit on the goddamn show. Like, what is this?
All right. Just stay over there. Okay. Anyways, but how they're parenting these kids, like I said, like I've seen situations where that happened. I know of a situation actively right now where the dad's not necessarily like correcting the kids. Like he's laughing or he's like, oh, you feel some type of way about something a 6-year-old said. And it's like, that's not the point. You tell her, stay out of grown folks' business. You don't talk to adults like that. I don't care how I felt about somebody. I knew not to fucking play with no grown person like that, And I think that not that people are getting softer, we are way more patient with our kids now, which is great. Because I was one of those kids that I used to get beat. Okay, so I'm not saying you should spank the kid, but I'm just saying the children like still need to know their place in this day and age. I'm
not gonna lie, I grew up with gentle parenting, and I feel like I turned out fine.
You did, but. Never mind.
What, my siblings?
She gonna fight me.
My sister.
Your sister.
My sister, she just got a smart ass mouth, honestly. It's been times where my mama had to take the fucking door off the hinge. Like, literally.
And hit her with it? Because that's what my mama would have did.
My mom didn't, like, really hit us. Like, but it was times where she would be like, you deserve a beating. But she ain't hit us. My brother got whoopings, though. But...
Look, you did turn out good.
Yeah, I feel like...
I turned out bad and I used to get beat. I used to get the wooden spoon used to break on me. I'm like, I don't know.
Like, it just depends.
Right. All right, let's switch topics.
Let's get into our favorite segment, Wild or Wild Not. Okay, Wild or Wild Not, Lex. Just because I ghost you don't mean I found somebody new. I got issues.
Okay, how does it work again?
Is that wild? Is that crazy?
That's not wild. No,
okay, you agree.
I agree with that.
Okay.
What about you?
Oh, you bitch, you know I agree.
Yeah. I was like, someone new. I need a year to recover. Weird
like,
ass bitch.
I don't stay ghosting people, though. I'm not a ghoster.
You don't think you owe a conversation to anybody?
No, I feel like... Okay.
I'm like...
I be ghosting niggas, but... It's not because I found somebody new.
Yeah, it's because you.
It's literally I just be like, I feel like working on me right now.
I'm like, Taylor, you should tell him. Why? I mean, it's not like we was. What do you like? I don't owe
been
him
talking
that.
for 2 years, and I'm like, why do I owe him something? Like he should just know.
Yeah, no, I'm quick to ghost and I like to block, but I also
you a blocker, bitch.
And that's where it's because I got issues because I like a nigga to email me. I like a nigga text now. Oh boy, Comedian Bay had to tell me. He said, hey, I need you to stop blocking me because I'm running out of free numbers. Like you only get a certain amount of free numbers with the app.
Yeah.
He was like, they trying to make me pay for another one. You can't keep blocking. I was like,
see, that's the difference between you and me. Like, if I ghost you, don't chase me. Like, I'm ghosting you for a reason. Don't try to find me. No, I don't want that. This bitch is the total opposite. She wants you to email her, find her on Facebook, MySpace, tagged, fucking everything. Like,
yeah, I like that.
That shit is toxic.
That's
like,
foreplay.
No, bitch, what?
We gonna make up.
That's her song.
My twin, we be vibing. You know, I call her my treacherous twin. In the cat.
Okay. We be vibing. All right. But wait, could you deal with a ghoster? Like, what have you met a ghoster that was like?
I'm trying to think. Have I ever just been like ghosted? Oh,
who do I know? Bitch, tell us.
I was gonna name drop, but I'm not. Old boy's brother. Remember when we went to that mansion party?
In college?
The basketball player that lives by me.
Yes.
His brother ghosted.
But was it a ghost? Oh, yeah.
It was on some shit like I didn't text him back soon enough. And he was like, oh, don't worry about it. Then by the time I texted back, my messages were green.
I remember that shit.
And then we ended up getting invited to like the private party. And I'm
remember. He was there. And he opened the door for us. It's crazy how shit just be so fucking... He was like, hey, that's him.
Right.
Because I didn't know what he looked like.
Yeah, that was him.
But y'all would probably cry if I
That was the only time. But I didn't go... I mean, I didn't cry because we was like...
Yeah,
barely,
it was like
we didn't even fuck.
Yeah.
We like smoked and hung out a little bit. And he kept name dropping who his brother was. And I'm like, okay, we get it.
Yeah.
Hot Magic
But that's
City.
a lame ass nigga anyway. Like, you got to get your props off your brother.
Yeah.
Like... You lame as fuck.
Yeah, that nigga opened the door. I'm like, oh, it's Casper. Look who the fuck is.
The ghoster.
Right.
Okay, next topic. Breakups in a friend group.
Oh, God.
That was almost us. I'm just kidding.
No, bitch. I was about to say, man, we almost had a little...
Me and Lex broke up a month ago, y'all.
Y'all, we didn't know if we was coming back with season 2.
We was about to have to text production like, hey, y'all.
Thank you for the tour, but I don't think it's gonna work.
It was like, what, a 1 week hiatus?
Oh, my God.
It was like maybe like 2 weeks.
That, and then it was on my birthday. This bitch.
Okay, I'm not the bad guy.
I don't think I was either, but let's not get back into it. We've gotten past it.
Okay, break up in friend groups. Like, how do you feel about that? Do you pick sides? Like, say you're in a friend group and 2 friends break up. Are you picking sides? Like, how do you... What's up? What you doing?
I wouldn't pick sides. My thing is like if it was you and somebody else, of course I'm gonna lean more towards you because like my road dogs, twin them. But other than that, I'm thinking of our group. I wouldn't pick sides. I think I would go to both. I would just try to tread the waters. You know, like it would have to be something really
severe.
Yeah. I think in high school one time I picked a side in a friend group, and it was because old girl ended up sleeping with the other girl's like sneaky link or whatever before that was a thing. And to this day I regret it because they became friends again. And also I'm like, bitch, why were you so affected?
Yeah.
That wasn't your nigga. Like she didn't do nothing bad to you. So I don't know. What about you?
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Like I feel like she ain't do shit to me. Like, you know, depending on how the severity of the reason why y'all fell out. But I feel like even me and you, we done fell out with a couple friends. I'm not like cool with them, but like
now see, you know
I'm not gonna like, I'm the type where it's just like there's no bad blood. Like I don't know. Like, I just don't carry that energy with my spirit, you know? So it's like, if there's a way we can be like mutual or just like cordial, like I'm totally okay with doing it.
So let me change my answer because we're actually very different on this.
I'm like, bitch, you pick sides.
Yeah, but I'm talking about in this friend group. Like this is our friend, like my main friend group is very mature. Like we don't do that, you know? So even when me and you had our little thing, no one was picking sides. Like they was like, y'all gonna figure this out, right? And they doing stuff to bring us together, you know? So we're all about staying together. But yeah, we've been in situations where like we've been in a couple. I've realized threesomes don't work for me, like because we've been in a couple of threesome groups, and I'll fall out with one, and you'll still be cool with them, and I just know how you are, and I think that it does rub me the wrong way, but I always know it's not on no disloyal shit. Tay not gonna be sitting around talking shit. I don't even think they would feel comfortable talking shit about me in front of you, so that's cool. But I saw a post today actually that was like it showed like 3 people sitting together and 2 of the girls were taking a picture. And it was like when you're in a 3-way friend group and so one is always left out. And I was like, well, good riddance, because my luck always works out. Whenever I end up following somebody, you'll stay cool with them. But over time, we know whose side she's picking. She don't talk to none of them bitches no more. So
that's funny.
I went and it's true.
Yeah. I mean, it's not that I don't talk to them. Like we still, even if it's like on social media, like, you know, it's like a happy birthday or like of a picture or something like that, or like a comment.
Now.
Yeah, like associates or something like that. But I didn't fault women, and
I was there.
Literally no bad blood. Like I just don't. I don't know. I just feel like that's just like a weight on my shoulder. Like I just can't walk around and carry just like hate or just like dislike about somebody. You know, like I'm okay with fighting you and whooping your ass, and the next day I'm like, we ain't gotta be cool, but like, bitch, I don't hate you. You know, like sometimes you gotta fight that shit out.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
I feel you're just way less emotional than me. See, I'm more emotional. I feel like you're a little more indifferent. So like you can get past. I think that I take stuff to heart and you don't. And that was even a thing when me and you were going through our thing. Because I'm like, I'm crying to everybody. I just need to talk to her. And I'm like, I don't even know if she cares. And our homegirl's like, okay, fine. She did talk to me. She does care. I'm like,
I word my emotions different.
That's all I need to hear. You know?
I can seem very nonchalant, but I still got feelings. Yeah. Like, I still got emotions, you know?
Yeah. I just don't think you're emotional.
Yeah, I'm not
That's
emotional.
why I said you're not emotional. I know you have emotions. Like, I definitely know that, but you're very controlled with your emotionals and how your emotionals. Okay, but wait. So, like, when you do a friendship breakup, because I'm kind of in this situation where I have this friend, and I'm going to try to keep it vague as possible in case she watches this. I just don't know if we're a good match. I've spoken to you about the situation. I've spoken to my other friend about the situation, and y'all are like, girl, get out of there. Like, drop her. But I'm like, do I ghost her? I wouldn't even ghost a nigga, but I can't even imagine. Anytime I've fallen out with a friend, something happened.
Where it's like you kind of just don't have to talk about it.
And I think I'm acting like a nigga. You know how we say niggas don't break up with women? They just kind of do shit to make you break up with them. I'm kind of waiting, because it's going to happen. Yeah. I'm waiting for her to do some shit where I'm just like, oh, there we go.
I can't fuck with you no more.
Well, there we go. So I don't know. Like, so do you sit somebody down when you decide? And what do I say? It's you. Not me.
You know what? I did have a talk like that with one of my friends that we're not so cool together, but we're still like cordial. And I think it was more so like we just not on the same level. Like we're just not on the same page anymore.
Did something actually happen for you to say that to where it was introduced, or did you? Because I'm thinking at this point I'm gonna have to actually like, hey, you got some time? Let's sit down.
Something happened.
Okay.
For me to have to be like, hey, you know, like. Our like morals and values are not aligned anymore. Yeah. Like I don't think we can hang out like that anymore. And like I said, even the situation you told me, I'm like, Lex, what are you gaining from this relationship? You know, like I feel like it's becoming like she's leeching off of you in a type of way. You know, I'm like, you're not gaining anything emotionally, mentally, spiritually, like intellectually. So I'm like, why are you still in this relationship, you know?
Yeah, I guess I'm trying to like keep it kind of compartmentalized, because like I have my main friends and I'm like, well, this is just be a surface level friend. But every time we hang out, I just can see, I'm like, damn, I just don't be on this shit. Like,
Yeah.
or the issues you're having with your friends, I couldn't even imagine. Like, it seems like you're the problem. Like, I
feel like those are just those situations where y'all have grown, like, mentally, like, y'all really just not on the same page. And I feel like hanging with somebody like that is going to frustrate you because you just seem more like, I don't want to say like smarter or like, but more intellectual than her, you know? And it's just like, I feel like that's hurting you, like, in a way. So I feel like it's time to, sometimes you just got to dead that shit. I wouldn't be able to have it in person.
Right.
If I was you. Probably wouldn't be able to have it over the phone. That's what texting is for.
I don't even know what the fuck I'm supposed to say.
Or bitch, email. Send an attachment.
Can we just go into yours?
Yeah.
Okay.
Next topic. Lex's favorite topic. That good. No, I'm just playing.
Like niggas.
Good sex.
Okay.
So when it comes to, okay, you don't gotta keep nodding your head like that. This bitch excited. When it comes to good sex, like great sex, do you think there has to be like some type of emotional connection when you're having good sex? Like, does it have to be like like we really like each other? Or can you have really great sex with just somebody just based off of like physicality? Like just a look. Can you meet somebody the first night and be like, damn, that was some bomb ass sex? Or does it have to be some type of like emotional connection there?
I would say a mix between the two. The first one you said was we really like each other. I just need to really like him.
Okay.
Like, you know, some of my Demon Dig, we've talked about him. We done changed his name to CH. But Demon Dig, you know, for the longest, I was like obsessed. I was infatuated. And granted, his dick was very big. And we did do some shit. But it was kind of one-sided until I left. Now this nigga's on my dick. And I'm just like, we're just friends now. But yeah, no, I think that I at least have to feel some kind of like obsession, delusion, infatuation, any of those. What about you? No, I know what you gonna say.
What?
Has to be emotion.
Has to be emotional. For me, it's crazy because the last conversation we had, I'm not that emotional. But like when it comes to sex, we have to be like locked in. Like, and like you were saying, like, it doesn't have to be reciprocal.
Yours has to.
I need that nigga to be obsessed, bitch. Like, I need him to be like obsessed, okay? Like, I need that nigga to know, like, bitch, I want your ass. And I feel like that gives me like that to want to even have sex with you, you know?
I feel like liquor and weed can kind of help that.
No, not to me. Like, I done sat with a nigga and like we done drank and smoked and I'm still looking at you like, it's just not there.
Not even to just try it out a little bit, like a little bit. Slow.
The weed and the liquor enhances whatever it is that I'm feeling. But if it's nothing there, what can it enhance? You know?
I guess. Yeah, some of my best sex was because I was like infatuated with them. So yeah, it has to be. Emotions play a role.
Yes.
I've never just like had great sex with some.
I feel like it could maybe feel good, maybe, but like to really be just like, you know, like that great sex where I'm just like.
But the kind of sex I like, it has to be like a lot of passion there, and it has to be because I like I'm not just gonna a nigga I don't like that. I'm not gonna let him spit in my mouth.
Here we go.
I'm not gonna like I'm not gonna be like slap me. Like I'm not gonna. I don't know. It has to be somebody that.
And that's what I'm saying. If I'm having sex with you, I gotta like you enough to do that. Like you know, like if I'm having sex with you, it's because we damn near about to get into a relationship.
Because I've had sex with niggas that I wasn't feeling like that before, but it was very like straightforward sex. You know, it wasn't like the really good stuff.
And that's not the best sex you've had.
Exactly.
Huh? Exactly.
I need the other elements to it.
Yes. So. Okay. I thought I was tripping. Like,
no, you're not tripping.
I'm like, no, I need the whole like 9 yards.
Yeah. Okay, girl.
You know what I mean?
Okay. 9? I'm fucking with it.
Okay. Let's get into our last segment topics of the show. What you been watching, reading, listening to?
Okay, I'm gonna do this quick breakdown of this book that I'm rereading right now.
Okay.
I would consider it one of my favorite books, and I read a lot of books, and I'm always like, oh, I love this book, like, but I know it's my favorite because I actually remember the name of it and who wrote it, and it's just so amazing. It's called The Receiver of Many, and it's by Rachel Alexander. And I started reading it at first, like a few years ago at my old job. And ever since then, it stuck with me. And I learned that 2 more books came out in the series. And I'm like, okay, like, let me reread this. So basically, just a quick overview. I don't know how into Greek mythology you are. Are you familiar?
Why the fuck would you ask me that shit like you ain't known me for 10 years?
I don't know. Nice. Aphrodite, like, I don't, you know.
Bitch, no.
Okay. Well, basically, the book is kind
Shout
of
to God.
It kind of these are gods. Close. But basically, it kind of tells the backstory of like how spring came to be by Greek mythology standards. So in the beginning, you know, everybody knows Zeus. He's the main god. He made all these other gods. Well, Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades, they're brothers. They basically, before they split up the realm, their dad who made them actually like went crazy. And I think he was called like a Titan or something. He was one of the like big gods. Zeus was like, hey, look, if y'all help me team up against dad, we'll split the realm. I'm taking the skies because this was my fucking idea. Poseidon, you can take the ocean. You've always liked the water and shit. And Hades, I mean, you can have the underworld. You can run it however the fuck you want. We know you a little sadistic or whatever. So they agree and they beat the dad, right? Hades is like, I mean, but how am I gonna get bitches in the underworld, right? So Zeus was like, okay, I will give you my daughter. Right, when she comes of age, you can have her and she'll be your wife and she'll rule the underworld with you. Well, his daughter with Demeter, Hades actually had a crush on Demeter. So he was like, oh, her daughter? Yeah, I'll do it. Cool. Let's wait till she comes of age. Demeter was pissed. So for the rest of the life, while her daughter, who later becomes Persephone, she's like hides her. She doesn't let her go to Olympus. She doesn't let her go mingle with any of the other gods. She hides her away in like these gardens and has these nymphs with her and stuff like that. Cause she's like, ain't nobody taking my baby. She comes of age one day. Poseidon's like, fuck it. He comes up and he snatches her. So she goes down there. She's a virgin. She's shocked because she didn't even know about any of this. She's like, what's going on? A pact? What? So she goes down to the underworld. And basically she ends up she ends up falling in love with Hades. She realizes that, yeah, the underworld is known to be scary because that's where like people get tortured and shit. But there's really some like beautiful parts of it. Like it's nighttime all the time. There's so many stars, the moon. She goes down there and shit starts. Nothing had ever grown under the underworld. Nothing had ever grown there. And she actually started making pomegranates grow. And that's where they say pomegranates come from, Persephone. So meanwhile, on Earth, Demeter is pissed. She's the goddess of harvest. She makes sure the crops are good. She makes sure the weather's nice. She's like, fuck that. I'm not doing my job until you bring my daughter back. So she says, fuck it. Endless winter. People are dying. Persephone don't know what's going on. She down there in love with her man. She's like, I love it here. And then they start noticing more and more people are coming into the underworld. And they're like, why is it so packed down here? And then she asks one of them and they're like, yeah, the goddess has forsaken us. And she's like, fuck, my mama up there acting a fool. So Hades is like, I mean, I'm not going to force you to stay down here. She's like, well, let me go up there and talk to her. Basically, Persephone goes up there and talks to Demeter, and Demeter's just like, I don't care, I want you back. So they come to this compromise, and basically they decide that Persephone's going to split her time. So she'll be up on Earth half the time. That's when spring and shit is. And when she goes back down to be with Hades, that's when it's winter and shit, right?
Not they making hell sound like it's a good place though.
But you know, I love a story.
Cause what?
I love a story where they make you like reconsider the bad guy. That's why I love like Maleficent, like any story that kind of gives you a glimpse into like the mind of the bad person and then you start to sympathize for them. That's my jam. And they've got all kinds of sex scenes. And I'm not gonna lie, sex with Hades, they make it sound real Gemini's, okay? So I don't know. I think we might have Hades all wrong. Like, you know, he's tough because he has to be, but he has a soft side.
Okay.
But Receiver of Many, that's the book I'm rereading, and it's just as good as the first time, and I love it. So that's a little Greek mythology lesson.
Okay.
Well, sorry. What about you?
I haven't really been watching nothing new or anything interesting. Today, it's like a little tradition I do. Don't judge me. But like every 9/11, I just decide to depress myself and watch 9/11 documentaries every year. Every single year. I don't know why. I don't know if it's like in honor of 9/11.
Sounds like self-harm.
But I did it today. Like, and I was just watching 9/11 documentaries all day.
That's interesting.
Yeah, but you don't like the documentaries,
you
though.
don't even like watching like racism stuff. Like,
yeah, not like that.
Yeah.
But I don't think that was racist. That was just, they was trying to defeat our fucking country.
I just figured you didn't like watching like sad or stuff that kind of like.
No, I don't know why I'm so intrigued by like stuff like that. And then like the documentaries I'll be watching, it'd be like the real people who survived. So like they really telling like the morning of 9/08. Like, you know, so like I like history. But yeah, that's like the most recent thing I've watched.
Okay.
So yeah.
Well, let's do MySpace songs.
Yes,
if
sir.
MySpace was alive and well, these are the songs that we would have on our profiles.
Mm-hmm.
What you got?
So my MySpace song, I was on the way listening to it here, and it's probably going to be Second Nature by Destiny's Child.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, am I not black? I'm like, what song is that?
You never heard that song?
I probably heard it. You said Second Nature. I'm like, why?
Nature.
That's human nature, so I don't.
I feel like you heard it before.
Probably.
It's a good song. You should download it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, my song...
It's gonna be a Key Glock song.
No, it's not. I haven't been doing a lot of rap songs lately. That's crazy, huh? So okay, I want to do "Water" by Tyler. Have you heard of that song?
No.
Make me sweat, make me hotter. It's on TikTok. Make me lose my breath.
It don't sound like nothing I will listen to either.
It's kind of like Afrobeaty. I don't want to say the wrong thing. Maybe is that soca? Piano, whatever, but it's kind of like a Caribbean type. But it's really viral on TikTok, and I love it. I listened to it quite a few times on the way here. So
okay, I'm gonna have to download it.
Yeah, girl.
All right. Well, thank y'all for tuning in to another episode, and we enjoyed y'all for our third episode of the season.
Third episode.
Yes. So again, make sure y'all follow us. Make sure y'all watch our YouTube or subscribe to our YouTube. It feels crazy saying it now,
right?
But like, subscribe to our YouTube. Make sure y'all check us out on Apple Podcasts
and Spotify.
Yes, and period.
That's a wrap. Bye, guys.
It's a wrap. Another episode.
Let's cheers.
This shit done got me drunk.
Yeah, I'm hot.
And hot.